Stop scrolling right now because what I'm about to show you might completely change the way you look at everyday coins in your pocket. That simple nickel or quarter you just spent without thinking could actually be hiding a rare mint error worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. Most people miss these details every single day, and they end up spending valuable coins without ever knowing it. But today, I'm going to show you exactly what to look for, how to spot these hidden treasures, and why some ordinary-looking coins can turn into life-changing discoveries. So don't skip this video, because by the end, you might realize you've been carrying money worth far more than face value all along. So, Top 5 today we're going to explore a coin that many people have seen, but very few truly understand, the 2002 Mississippi State Quarter. It may look simple at first, but hidden within this coin could be a surprising story, and possibly a serious value. Now just imagine this. You're going through your old coins, maybe cleaning a drawer or checking your pocket change, and suddenly you notice a quarter with a beautiful design. You pause for a second, and that moment could change everything. Let's take a closer look at what makes this coin so special. The Mississippi Quarter was released in 2002 as part of the famous 50 State Quarters program by the United States Mint. This program celebrated each U.S. state with a unique design, and Mississippi's version stands out for its elegance and symbolism. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see the stunning image of two magnolia blossoms. The magnolia is the state flower of Mississippi, and it represents beauty, strength, and Southern heritage. The soft curves and detailed petals give this coin a graceful and timeless appearance that collectors really appreciate. Because of its attractive design, many people saved this coin when it was first released. But even with millions produced, only a small number have become truly valuable today. So what makes certain Mississippi quarters worth more than others? The answer lies in the fine details that most people miss. First, condition plays a huge role. Most coins in circulation today are worn out, with scratches and faded designs. But if you find a Mississippi quarter that still shines, with sharp details and no visible damage, that's already a strong sign of potential value. Collectors always look for coins in high-grade condition, coins that look almost brand new. These are much harder to find than regular circulated coins, but now comes the most exciting part: mint errors. During the minting process, coins are produced at high speed, and sometimes mistakes happen. These mistakes create rare variations that collectors love. Some Mississippi quarters have been discovered with double die errors, where parts of the design or lettering appear slightly duplicated. Others may have off-center strikes, where the image is not perfectly aligned. There can also be die cracks, unusual textures, or even missing details due to weak strikes. These are not just flaws, they are what make a coin unique. Collectors value these error coins because they are rare and different from the standard versions. The more noticeable and unusual the error, the more attention it gets in the collector market. Now imagine finding a coin that has both, a rare mint error and excellent condition. That combination is what transforms an ordinary quarter into something extraordinary. And here's something very important: valuable coins are often hiding in plain sight. People don't notice them. They get spent every day without a second thought. That's why experienced collectors always say, check your coins carefully, use good lighting. Look closely at the details. Turn the coin slowly in your hand. Because sometimes, the smallest difference can lead to the biggest discovery. Now here comes the moment you've been waiting for. In extremely rare cases, when a 2002 Mississippi State Quarter is found in near-perfect condition and features a strong, verified mint error, its value can reach an incredible $78,000. Yes, a simple quarter, turned into something truly amazing. That's the beauty of coin collecting. Every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story becomes a treasure. So next time you come across a Mississippi quarter, don't rush to spend it. Take a closer look, you might be holding something very special. Top 4. We're diving into a coin that many people have seen but very few truly appreciate, the 2003 Arkansas State Quarter. At first glance, it may seem like just another piece of pocket change, but hidden within it could be something far more valuable. Now think about this for a moment. How many times have you received a quarter and spent it without even looking at it? What if one of those coins had a rare feature, something unique, something that collectors are searching for right now? let's explore the story behind this fascinating coin. The Arkansas Quarter was released in 2003 as part of the widely popular 50-state quarters program by the United States Mint. This series became one of the most collected coin programs in history, with millions of people saving coins from each state. Arkansas chose a design that reflects both natural beauty and state pride. On the reverse side, you'll see a peaceful lakeside scene, featuring a diamond and a mallard duck flying above the water. The diamond represents Arkansas as the only U.S. state with a diamond mine, while the duck highlights its rich wildlife and natural environment. It's a design that combines elegance, nature, and uniqueness, all in one small coin. Because of its attractive look, many people kept this coin when it was first released. But even though millions were minted, only a very small number have become truly valuable. So what makes the difference? The answer lies in details that are easy to miss. Let's start with condition. Most Arkansas quarters you'll find today are worn from circulation. Scratches, dull surfaces, and faded designs are common. But if you happen to find one that still has its original shine, with sharp lines and no visible damage, you may be holding something much more desirable. Collectors are always looking for coins in top condition, those rare pieces that look almost untouched. These are often called mint state coins, and they are far more valuable than regular circulated ones. But the real excitement begins when we talk about mint errors. During the coin production process, mistakes can happen. And those mistakes can turn an ordinary coin into a rare collectible. Some Arkansas quarters have been found with doubled lettering or images, known as double die errors. Others may have off-center strikes, where the design is not perfectly aligned. There can also be die cracks, clipped edges, or unusual surface textures caused by minting issues. These errors are what collectors dream about. Why? Because they are rare and unique. No two error coins are exactly the same, and that makes them highly desirable. The more visible and unusual the error, the more valuable the coin can become. Now imagine finding an Arkansas quarter that has both a strong mint error and excellent condition. That combination is what transforms a simple coin into something truly special. And here's something important: valuable coins are often hiding in everyday places. They're in jars, drawers, old collections, and even in your pocket right now. Most people never notice them. That's why collectors always say, take your time and look carefully, use good lighting. Check every detail. Look for anything unusual or different. Because sometimes, the smallest feature can lead to the biggest discovery. Now, here comes the moment you've been waiting for. In extremely rare cases, when a 2003 Arkansas state quarter is found in near-perfect condition and features a clear and rare minting error, its value can reach an incredible $80,000. Yes, a single quarter, transformed into something truly valuable. That's the magic of coin collecting. History, art, and hidden treasures, all waiting to be discovered. So next time you come across an Arkansas quarter, don't just spend it. Take a closer look, because you might be holding something amazing. Top 3. We're taking a closer look at the 2002 Ohio State Quarter, a coin that celebrates innovation, history, and for a lucky few, incredible value. Now just imagine this: you're holding a simple quarter, something you've seen hundreds of times. But what if this ordinary-looking coin had something unusual hidden in its details? Something that most people never notice, but collectors are constantly searching for. Let's uncover the story. The Ohio Quarter was released in 2002 as part of the famous 50-state quarters program by the United States Mint. This program honored each U.S. state with a unique design, and Ohio's coin stands out because of its connection to aviation history. On the reverse side, the design features an outline of the state of Ohio, along with an early airplane soaring through the sky. This represents Ohio's deep connection to flight, as it is the birthplace of aviation pioneers like the Wright brothers. The design captures a sense of innovation, progress, and ambition. It's not just a coin, it's a tribute to human achievement. Because of its meaningful design, many people kept this coin when it was first released. But here's the reality: millions were minted, and most of them are still only worth face value. So what makes some of these coins special? It all comes down to the small details that most people overlook. Let's start with condition. Coins that have been used in daily transactions often show wear, scratches, faded designs, and dull surfaces. But if you find an Ohio quarter that still has its original shine, sharp edges, and clear details, you may have something more valuable in your hands. collectors call these high-grade or mint-state coins, and they are much harder to find than regular circulated ones, but the real excitement begins when we talk about mint errors. During the production process, coins are made at high speed, and sometimes mistakes happen. These mistakes can turn an ordinary coin into a rare collectible. Some Ohio quarters have been found with doubled images or lettering, known as double die errors. Others may have off-center strikes, where the design appears slightly shifted. There can also be die cracks, weak strikes, or unusual marks that make the coin stand out. These are not just imperfections, they are what make a coin unique. Collectors love these error coins because they are rare and different. No two are exactly the same, and that uniqueness increases their appeal. The more noticeable the error, the more valuable the coin can become. Now imagine finding a 2002 Ohio quarter that is both in excellent condition and has a clear minting error. That combination is what turns a simple piece of change into something extraordinary. And here's something very important: valuable coins are often hiding in plain sight. They're in old jars, forgotten collections, and even in your everyday pocket change. Most people never take the time to look closely. That's why collectors always say, slow down and examine your coins carefully. Use good lighting. Look at every detail. Check for anything unusual. Because sometimes, the smallest difference can lead to the biggest discovery. Now, here comes the moment you've been waiting for. In extremely rare cases, when a 2002 Ohio State quarter is found in near-perfect condition and features a strong, verified mint error, its value can rise to an incredible $84,000. Yes. A single quarter can become something truly remarkable. That's the beauty of coin collecting. History, mystery, and the thrill of discovery, all in the palm of your hand. So next time you see an Ohio quarter, don't just spend it. Take a closer look, because you might be holding a hidden treasure. Top 2. We're looking at a coin that many people completely overlook, yet it carries a fascinating story from America's heartland, the 2006 South Dakota State Quarter. At first glance, it looks like just another quarter in your pocket, but as you're about to discover, this coin can surprise even experienced collectors. So before you spend your next coin, slow down, because this might be worth a second look. The South Dakota Quarter was released in 2006 as part of the legendary 50 State Quarters program by the United States Mint. This program became one of the most collected coin series in history, with millions of people across the country saving every state design. Now let's talk about what makes South Dakota's design so memorable. On the reverse side, the coin features a beautiful and detailed scene representing the spirit of the state. You'll see Mount Rushmore in the background, honoring 4 great U.S. presidents carved into stone. In the foreground, there is a ring-necked pheasant taking flight over a wheat field, symbolizing South Dakota's rich agriculture and natural wildlife. This combination of history and nature makes the coin visually powerful and instantly recognizable. It tells a story of leadership, land, and legacy, all in one small piece of metal. But here's where things get really interesting: even though millions of these coins were minted, not all of them are created equal. Most of the South Dakota quarters in circulation today are common and only worth face value. However, a small number stand out because of their condition or rare minting mistakes. Let's start with condition. Coins that have been used in everyday transactions often show scratches, fading, and loss of detail. But if you find a South Dakota quarter that still has sharp details, strong luster, and looks almost untouched, that coin immediately becomes more desirable to collectors. These are known as high-grade or mint state coins, and they are much harder to find than people think. Now comes the part that excites collectors the most: mint errors. During production at the United States Mint, coins are struck at extremely high speed. Sometimes small mistakes happen, and those mistakes can turn an ordinary coin into something rare. Some South Dakota quarters have been discovered with double die errors, where parts of the design or lettering appear slightly doubled. Others show off-center strikes, where the image is shifted from its correct position. There are also cases of die cracks, weak strikes, and unusual surface distortions that make the coin stand out from normal examples. To most people, these might look like flaws. But to collectors, they are exactly what makes the coin valuable. Why? Because rarity creates demand. And demand drives value. Now imagine finding a coin that combines both factors: excellent condition and a strong, visible mint error. That's the kind of discovery that gets serious attention in the collecting world. People don't just see a quarter anymore, they see a rare piece of history, and here's something important to remember, many of these valuable coins are still out there. They are sitting in jars, drawers, old piggy banks, and everyday pocket change. Most people never take the time to check them closely. That's why collectors always repeat the same advice: look carefully at every coin you receive, turn it under light. Check the edges. Study the details. Because sometimes, the smallest feature can completely change a coin's story. Now let's talk about the moment you've been waiting for. In extremely rare cases, when a 2006 South Dakota State quarter is found in near-perfect condition and shows a significant, verified mint error, its value can rise dramatically to $87,000, yes, a single quarter, turning into a life-changing discovery. That's the magic of coin collecting. Ordinary objects hiding extraordinary stories, waiting for someone curious enough to notice. So next time you come across a South Dakota quarter, don't rush to spend it. Take a closer look, you might be holding something far more valuable than you ever imagined. Top 1. We're going to explore a coin that many people don't even notice, but collectors know it very well, the Kisatchie 2014 style United States quarter. At first glance, it looks like just another piece of pocket change, but if you take a closer look, you might discover something truly exciting hidden in its design, condition, or even rare minting mistakes. So before you spend your next quarter, stop for a moment, because this one might surprise you. This coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters series released by the United States Mint, a program created to honor national parks and historic sites across the United States. Each coin tells a story of nature, history, and national pride, and Kisatchie is no exception. The Kisatchie design represents the Kisatchie National Forest in Louisiana, a place filled with deep wilderness, tall pine trees, rivers, and natural beauty that stretches across the southern landscape. The coin's design captures this peaceful environment, often showing elements like wildlife and forest scenery that reflect the raw, untouched nature of the region. It's more than just a coin, it's a small window into America's natural heritage. But here's where things get interesting for collectors. Even though millions of these quarters were produced, not all of them are equal. Most of them are common and only worth face value. However, a small number stand out because of special conditions or minting errors that make them far more desirable. Let's start with condition. Most coins that circulate through everyday use become scratched, dull, and worn down over time. But occasionally, a coin is found in exceptional condition, shiny, sharp, and almost untouched. These coins are known as mint state examples, and collectors highly value them because they represent how the coin looked the moment it left the mint. But condition is only part of the story. The real excitement comes from mint errors. During production at the United States Mint, coins are struck at extremely high speed. With so many coins being made, small mistakes sometimes happen, and those mistakes can turn an ordinary quarter into something rare. Some Kisatchie-style quarters have been found with double designs, where letters or parts of the image appear slightly repeated. Others may show off-center strikes, where the design is not properly aligned. There are also coins with die cracks, weak strikes, or unusual surface textures caused by problems in the minting process. To most people, these might look like defects. But to collectors, they are treasures. Why? Because error coins are rare. And rarity is what drives value in the collecting world. No2 error coins are exactly the same. Each one has its own unique flaw, its own identity, and its own story. That is why collectors actively search for them, sometimes paying very high prices depending on how visible and unusual the error is. Now imagine this situation: a Kisatchie 2014 quarter is discovered in excellent, near-perfect condition. But that's not all, it also carries a clear and rare minting error. Suddenly, this ordinary-looking coin becomes something extraordinary. Something collectors would compete for, and here's something very important to understand: valuable coins are often hiding in plain sight. They are sitting in old jars, drawers, wallets, and forgotten collections. Most people never even realize what they have. That's why serious collectors always say, check every coin carefully. Look closely at the details. Turn it under light. Study the edges and surfaces. Because sometimes, the smallest detail can completely change a coin's value. Now we reach the moment you've been waiting for. In extremely rare cases, when a Kissachi 2014 quarter is found in outstanding condition with a verified and significant mint error, its value can reach an astonishing $87,000.